Hi, I'm Kevin Hill, and today we're going to do another fun painting. So let's get started. We'll start off today with a 2-inch brush, a little bit of yellow and white. And let's come right up here to the sky and begin dropping in a nice little bit of a sunset or sunrise. Maybe it starts right along the bottom here and just blends up. We'll have some mountains and things in the background. There. Just let it become very, very soft. Don't need too much. Now with the nice mix of red, blue, and white, we can come up here to the top and begin to drop in the rest of the sky. You see, this gives us a very soft purple color. It's not too vibrant. We'll just allow that to mix right up to the yellow, but not too much mixing. We'll come back with a clean brush and make a nice soft transition. All right, a little more of that color. It's not too dark. It's pretty pale today. Now with a clean 2-inch brush, we can just very carefully blend the sky together. I'm just looking to melt these edges right into the yellow. Get rid of anything that looks too hard. Now we'll pick up the filbert brush and go right through some black, some blue, touch of the red. And let's see, maybe way back here we need a little mountain. And it's gonna go right there. Just sketch in the basic shape and then fill it in. Now with our filbert brush and a little bit of blue and white, let's just begin to add on some beautiful little shadow snow details here. Now, I think we're gonna do a little winter painting today. So this little areas of shadow snow are gonna be really nice in this mountain. We'll have some highlight on the other side. And as you can see, by just doing quick, very loose brush strokes, I was able to get light and dark areas to the mountain. I focused a little bit more of the dark on the left side because I think that's where the shadow side is going to be today. All right. Back here it's a little bit softer because this mountain in the background is further away. Next, with the filbert brush and a little bit of yellow, red, and white, let's just begin to layer on some very nice highlight areas up here. Now, if you wanted to use the palette knife, you could, but I just think the filbert brush will give us a little bit more of a softer effect is all. All right. You could maybe even use the corner of the fan brush. Probably use anything for this that you want. Whatever's comfortable, whatever you think would work the best. All right. Allow a lot of the underpainting to show through. Makes it look like little rocks and things that are still sticking out of the snow. Now with the knife, we can just drop in a few little rock textures here. See, I'm just using the base gray color, but it's applied a little thicker. That's why it seems darker. All right, and you can also just touch into a little bit of the shadow blue color on the knife if you want to, every once in a while. But mostly just this gray. Make a lot of nice rocks and different details in the mountain. Now we're going to do something very exciting here. So I have just my blender brush. I'm going to go around in the yellow, kind of pick up some paint, and watch this. Very carefully, come right over the side of the mountain. Wipe it off on a paper towel. Do it again. Gently drift right over the mountain. Look how that just sets it back in the mist. It's very hazy back there. Oh yeah, I would be afraid to do that with any other brush. This brush is so soft. The other brushes they're stiffer and they would cut right through that paint. This one just blends, very, very quiet back there. Maybe we want to do a little bit into this side. This one's not as important. I'll just kind of brush over it just a little. All right, this is looking good. A little bit of mist down in here. Nice. Now with our filbert brush, we'll go through a little bit of red, brown, and white. And way up here, it's time to do some nice little rolling foothill back here. Kind of just decide on the shape, and you can do whatever shape you wanted. Just throw it in there. It's not a big deal. and let it kind of cut across the mountain maybe. See how you're creating layers of depth in there? You've got 3 layers already. Great. And these two kind of come together. It creates a nice little valley area. With our fan brush and some black, touch of brown, some red, and white, we can just go ahead and pull up a very, very tiny, tiny indication of trees back here. We don't need much. Just takes a little bit. Don't want to get these too tall. You can get them so tall that they look like grass. That's not what we want. Very short. All right. Look at all these beautiful warm colors we have going on. This is a winter scene, but it's so warm and very nice. I like that. But if you want to do it with a blue sky and very cold colors, that's fine too. Go ahead. Have fun with it. Now with the filbert brush, and a little bit of blue and white. And as you can see here, I did a couple of quick trees and little smudges of dark color. And I think we'll just go ahead and turn those into a lot of nice little rocks and cliffs in the background. Maybe cliffs. Yeah. See, they kind of hang over like that, and then this area goes down into shadow. Nice. And again, I'm just using blue and white. Don't want to use, look at that. We don't want to use anything that's too bright because this area is in shadow. Now, as you can see, I have a nice little sketch on the canvas. This is maybe like a little pond or lake. Here's a bit of a snowbank, then a nice big cliff or rock face right there. It just helps us, kind of helps us stay on track. It's a little hard sometimes to drop the various elements in exactly where you want them. So this way you can play with it and change the size and shape and even plan out the different things that are going to be in your mountain. Stuff like that. So I do suggest you just take the filbert brush and a little bit of paint and do that. Now here I'm just using what's on the canvas and pulling little tiny shadows. Maybe I'll add some paint. A little touch of blue, a little touch of white. Nice. Wipe the brush. And then go ahead and highlight, pick up some white. Some beautiful highlights out here in this snow patch. Now I'll tap the filbert brush into a little bit of black and brown. And with that, let's just begin to block in some of these trees up here. Now you can see that little snowbank there. It's all kind of starting to come together. Really, it's getting pretty close. So we'll just smush in some of this color. You can just see the painting develop. There. Now with the filbert brush, loaded with a little bit of yellow, touch of white, let's just begin to put some beautiful little fall colored leaves on these trees. Maybe it still has a few leaves hanging on there. Yeah, that's going to be nice. See that? Just tap very, very carefully. Doesn't take much. We can also add some snow on those leaves because there would certainly be some snow out there. So just some blue, some white. Just tap the brush. Put a little bit of snow out there. Now with the 2-inch brush and a little bit of yellow and white. Let's just begin to throw in a little bit of water here. All right, set that brush down. Oh, let's just grab a filbert brush. It's kind of ready to go. Add a little bit of dark color on it, and we can just scrub some nice, it's really mostly blue, touch of red in it. Now with some black and some brown on the filbert brush, we can just go ahead and paint in this huge little mountain or rock cliff up here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and try to save at least some of my sketch. Don't have to save the entire thing, but this will just kind of help to keep us on track. So you just sort of see that, you can kind of leave your sketch showing through there. It's like a little road map, and it just tells us where we're going. Keeps us on track. Makes it a little bit easier. It's just one less thing we have to think about. We know where our big shapes are going to be. Now with a little bit of brown, white, and yellow on the knife, we can just drop in some beautiful little highlights here. Doesn't take much. Just kind of work with the paint as it goes on the canvas. Don't just leave it there. See that? You can pick it up and move it. Be gentle. If you push too hard here, you're gonna have trouble. It's gonna all mix together. You can take the point of the knife and just scratch out little basic ideas. That's great, that works too, in case you lost your sketch from before. Or you can just make it up as you go along. That's fine. Whatever you want to do, it'll be fine. It'll work out just great. Now we can begin to add in a lot of nice little details here. I just have the filbert brush, a little bit of black and brown. Doesn't take much. See, part of the details are simply cutting in a little bit of dark here, right against this water. Helps to kind of set the water down into the painting. And also we can kind of pull up and get some beautiful little grassy patches and things. We can work with those later, or just leave them as suggestions. Now with the fan brush, we can just very carefully rub in a few little shadows or reflections in the water. They're not really shadows. Maybe we kind of match at least a basic idea of the things that are above it. You can do this with a 2-inch or 1-inch. Today I just thought I'd use the fan. Now maybe we want to add another nice tree right here. I'm just using the filbert brush and a little bit of black. This really helps to link the background with the foreground. See, you can do that. You can put these little trees in after the fact, and it stops behind this grouping of trees. All right, well, I think we're done. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Don't forget to check out my website, my DVDs, and also my brush line. And thanks for watching.